This is America in Space, a weekly news and information program on current events dealing with the space industry.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor. For over 2 years, the Perseverance Rover has been collecting rock samples in the Jezero crater on Mars, where minuscule traces of life may have been trapped. It has recently made a new discovery that may provide evidence of past life and liquid water on Mars. Here is a CNN report from Carolyn Smith, head of Earth Sciences Collections at the Natural History Museum, detailing what this new discovery is and what it means.
So what we found with data that's come back from the rover and has been studied over the last few months is that we see igneous rocks. So these are rocks that have been formed through volcanic processes, which have also been affected by the action of liquid water. And that's really, really interesting and exciting because liquid water is one of the key ingredients you need for life to start. So if you've got the chances of life ever being on Mars, you'd need to have somewhere that had liquid water for at least a period of time. And we've got good evidence for that. Now that's combined with the fact that we're seeing, using instruments like Sherlock, which is an instrument that I'm involved with, also the presence of organic molecules. And organic molecules are chemical molecules made of the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sometimes with some sulfur, sometimes with some phosphorus, and maybe some added other things. And those are really, really important because you need organic molecules for life to start. And the other thing that's really interesting about organic molecules is they can actually be fossil evidence, sort of fossil chemical evidence of potential past life. Now, it's very important to say that the organic molecules we found so far, we cannot conclusively say or even guess that those are evidence of past life. To be able to do those types of experiments, we'd need to do really detailed experiments on labs, in labs on Earth, which we hope to do in the 2030s, when we hope that these samples will be returned from Mars. But with more evidence coming from Perseverance, we've seen some really interesting scientific results, very, very tantalizing.
Although the rover can do a lot with the samples, a full lab on Earth is actually needed to get definitive results. Hopefully, the return mission of the samples from Mars to Earth will be able to get further answers.
Yes, that's exactly what we hope to be able to do. So Perseverance has got some amazing scientific kit on it, but you cannot miniaturize some of the instruments and the techniques that you need to do conclusive life detection experiments and evidence for actually the chemical signatures of past life. Those have to be done in labs on Earth. And so that's why we're so excited to get these samples back. There's actually a lot of debate about who makes the best explorers. Is it amazing robotic explorers like Perseverance that has X-ray vision in some ways and has all of these amazing chemical techniques it can use? But at the end of the day, I'm a great believer in that, humans, we have inbuilt curiosity. We can make decisions very, very quickly. We have a high degree of autonomy, much more than the current rovers, even though they're fantastic. So I think that, to really push those frontiers of exploration for the moon and for Mars and potentially elsewhere in the solar system, I think we would always want to have human astronauts going to those places.
So although we've been looking for life on Mars for a long time, we still just don't know for sure whether it existed there or not, yet. But there's still a lot of the red planet to explore. Thank you for joining me. Remember each Tuesday to join David Denault for America's Return to Space, and join me every Friday for America in Space. From the Florida Space Coast, I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor for About Space Today.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to share our program with your family and friends, and follow us on Facebook. Join us each week for news and information on America in Space.